And we are back and we are live. And Sally, unfortunately for her, was picked to give us our recap. So please start off.
I have to really quickly listen to a podcast episode and then I can report back. All
You
right.
should also probably tell us who you are and who you're playing.
Great. That'll buy me some time. My name is Sally. You can find me on Twitter at Sally T. My pronouns are she, her. And you can also find me co-hosting the podcast, The Struggle Bus, which is an advice show that comes out every other week.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you for being here. And can you tell us what happened last week and where we currently are in the story?
Yes, I thought that was going to move around and I'd be able to
Nope.
Google something.
No, I'm just going to stay right here for a moment.
Google what,
Okay.
Sally?
I know. I don't, the plot, I was going to recite the plot of Beverly Hills Cop, but with our character names and see if it landed. Okay. So we're a ragtag bunch of adventurers. We found our way into Castle Amber, just starting with.
I know you're literally reading my text because you said ragtag.
Here's the thing about what happened last time. We were in an indoor forest. Shiv fell down into a trap, got poisoned, but then got cured by Dirk, who sucked the poison out.
That's right.
Then we met a gold dragon whose name was
Roger.
Roger.
It definitely wasn't Roger. I'm
Wasn't
so
her?
sorry.
It was.
Did I not write it down?
Dragon.
Jacqueline.
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
know why
So
I had-
apparently, I didn't write it down in my notes and just came up with it in the spur of the. Yes, Jacqueline. Jacqueline,
Okay,
the gold
Jacqueline
dragon.
sounds right.
Yes.
And she had a unicorn friend whose name was Uni. That much I remember.
Yes.
And they had a long conversation with Quaximum. Maybe Ishan can retell that. And then the thing that happened was we wandered into a chapel. There was a horn and some statues came alive.
Yep. Absolutely.
Not exactly in that order.
No.
Order.
Trying to
Yeah.
feed you like the prompts in the chat.
I see that now.
Are you guys doing
Gold
that?
Dragon, Fountain
Oh, no,
Church,
you're not.
also Troll Bridge at some point.
Yeah, there was
Trowbridge,
a Trowbridge.
Trowbridge.
There's a water weird that
Right.
that we
Yeah.
killed.
Oh, yeah.
In the
True,
fountain.
true.
Tried to
Yes.
drown us.
Oh yeah, we smoked that thing.
Yeah, that was your only real fight, and it didn't last very long.
Didn't last very long, yeah.
Also, there was the thing with the squirrels who have the Midas touch. but
Yes.
when you threaten
Right,
them,
and
the whole mountain gets
they
upset
are
at you.
favored by the master of the hunt, who is a
Correct,
ranger.
correct. And that was
Right.
attached to the horns and also attached to the dreams that Dark was having. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic, Sally.
Like
well
I
done.
said.
Take advantage for your excellent recap. And we will
Thank
jump
you.
over to, you are welcome. We will jump over to Dirk. Please introduce yourself and who you are playing.
Yeah, I'm Shane. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me on Twitter at Undangerous, and you can find me on the Total Party Thrill podcast on iTunes or TotalPartyThrill.com. And I am playing Dirk, the other half of the Razor Twins, the Bugbear Union muscle for the Goblinoid Unionized Workers Union. And we have been contracted by Quacks and Lockjaw to accompany them on this disaster of an adventure because we were supposed to go to a mine and we ended up here.
Totally fair. Excellent. And Quaxum, can you introduce your character and tell us who you are?
Yeah, I'm Ishan, he, him. I am the other half of Total Party Thrill. You can find me on Twitter at Evil Sans Carnang. You can find the show at TPTcast. And I'm playing Quaximum Lumber Stumper the 33rd, a gnomish artillerist artificer, who is a partner in Reader Lumber Stumper and Associates. And Dylan, please introduce Lockjaw, who is the reader part of that partnership.
I am Dylan, he, him. You can find me on Twitter at DJ Malenfont. And I am playing Lockjaw the Reader, Esquire, a hobgoblin lawyer and partner of Reader Lumber Stumper and Associates. We have not hired any associates. We tried to hire associates, and our associates continually tell us to stop calling them associates.
You've got a loose possible lead with the goblins in the
We
kitchen.
might get a
That's true.
associate out of this whole mess.
Right.
Let's hire the gold dragon.
Right.
I feel like, she could do good work.
Smart.
And
Yeah,
we
that sounds like
have-
you're gonna end up working for her.
Yeah.
And we have led our bugbear associates into a horrifying death trap in an effort to get enough money so that I can pay off my student loans rather than be in hell, which, let's be honest, paying off student loans and hell are basically the same thing.
Basically the same thing. Excellent. All right. And you all left off as you had gotten, so you came in through the forest from the west wing of Castle Amber. You kind of wove your way through and you ended up at the very north and at a door that led into a chapel. When you all stepped into the chapel and began to search around, as you approached the statues, they began to come to life and move towards you. And that's where we left off. So I need initiative.
Ooh.
And dice. I also need dice. So lean over and grab those. All right. So who wants to keep initiative?
I'll
got
do
it.
it.
Excellent. Thank you.
Well, then I won't do it.
Goddamn right you won't.
Do you want advantage? I'll give you advantage. I'll bribe you. How about that?
I've already got inspiration.
Oh, well, I can't bribe you with that then. I could bribe my demigod players because I allow gods and demigods to acquire inspiration and then spend it as much as they want. So if they had 5 inspiration, they could roll 5d20 if they really wanted to.
Well, I'm jealous of those gods and demigods. But today,
Don't, their
it's
life
Dylan's turn.
sucks. Their life sucks. They're haunted all the time. They have beholders as teachers. You really don't want to be them.
Yeah. So who thinks they have the highest initiative?
I have a 17.
17. Anybody beating a 17? Aram Sad Boy 1.
Wow.
14.
Mm.
Wow.
Okay. Anybody beating a 14?
Quax is also 14.
Okay. You
I'll
guys want
be-
to fight over who's going first?
No, I'll be 14 fast. And +4.
Nope.
So who was the first one in the church?
I have
I still
13.
need
Dylan.
like half.
A 13?
fucking
Shiv, you
initiatives
said?
of Ram.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
Shiv
sorry.
is
I'm
the
sorry.
same.
I'm so sorry. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard.
No, everything.
Is
you're
it just are we having all the statues move on the
Yes,
same
we'll have them
initiative?
all move
Okay,
at the
cool.
same initiative. That'll be easiest. And I can't handle anything else.
Dope.
They're all
And
walking together.
I believe our resident religious boy was doing his respectful investigation at the front.
It does
Yeah,
make
very likely.
sense. All right, so Dirk, as you, all of these statues are strange. They're lewd and like exposed, and their clothing seems non-religious. Everything about them and the way that they're shaped and the way that their faces are shaped into like mocking sneers, none of it feels religious. It all feels incredibly strange. And as you kind of lean in to get a really good look, one of the statues simply turns and looks right at you and reaches for you. So I need you to block a grapple, either with strength or dex.
Could I use my wrestling prowess as an athlete to use athletics?
Yes, you may.
Then I will use strength.
All right. And I want you to beat a 6.
I have a I have a 12.
All right, so using your wrestling prowess, how do you get out of a statue reaching for your neck?
I mean, first of all, like, Dirk is an experienced wrestler. Like, you can't just grab Dirk's neck. Like, there's like just muscle memory there that isn't going to let that happen. So,
Yeah.
like, even if Shiv did it, Shiv would get kind of like thrown over the shoulder. But in this case, yeah, I think it's just like, it's just a reflexive, like, hand back, spin, duck, and face my opponent.
Excellent. All right, you do so. Now, as you guys can see, you entered the chapel right here at the base. And there's a rug that goes up through the middle. There's pews all set up along the sides. And you've moved into about this middle section here. And there are statues along the back wall. They have now begun to walk towards you. The statues on the sides have begun towards you. These statues further to the north, and both as the wings open up to the west and east and this chapel kind of forms an actual cross, are all walking towards you. If you look immediately to your left and right, there are stairs up. Otherwise, the doors swing shut and close with a heavy, resounding thud. So what do you all do?
Well, it is Dirk's turn next, if none of the other
Well,
statues are going.
they're moving towards you, and they're moving at a speed and a gait that is a quick walk for people. So they're moving surprisingly fast.
I mean, I kind of want to smash one of these.
That's the reason.
Anybody got any better idea? I'm going to smash this guy.
Smash that guy.
All right, I'm going to smash this guy.
Smash away, Dirksy.
Roll to smash.
How many are they?
So there are a total of, let me do a quick count real quick because I'm not sure they actually said. So 4, 6, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 more. So 20. There's 24 total.
It's a lot of statues.
It's not a small amount. Yeah.
I don't know that we're gonna be able to smash them all.
Can we
Alright.
tell by? Oh, sorry, Shane.
No, go ahead.
Can we tell by the way they're moving or anything if they seem like sentient or intelligent?
Yeah. It's roll. Go ahead and roll me intuition or perception.
Non-natural 20.
Oh, okay, great. There's a blankness. They're very clearly carved and very filled with expression, but that expression never changes, and the eyes never move. So if they're like laughing and the eyes are half closed, no matter how they move, the mouth stays in this permanent laugh, and the eyes never move. So it's hard to
Creepy.
tell.
They're not smizing.
They're definitely not smizing. None of their expressions were like thoughtful or investigative or casual. It was all this kind of like, over exaggerated expressions. That's going to translate great to the podcast. It's really over exaggerated expressions.
Okay.
Okay, so actually, I am just reminded that I'm a cleric. So
By God, it was a tap tap tap.
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah, Grancool whispers in my ear that maybe I should think about this from a religious aspect. So
excellent.
not that I understand their strange poses, given that they're almost certainly human worshippers here, but I do know that they're not typical. Is there anything like my deity Grancool is the deceiver god of the bugbears, right? Like
Yeah.
who faked his own death. So like I understand religious comeuppance and sort of like that kind of subservience and sort of like the poetry of that, right?
Yeah.
Can I surmise what might be the religious way that this chapel is configured to keep non-believers out, but like what I could do to indicate that I'm not here to threaten it?
I would like you to either roll religion or intuition.
Insight?
Or insight. Yes, sorry. That makes more sense. Insight or religion.
Okay.
I'm
Alright,
a
I'm gonna
DM
insight.
professionally.
22.
Okay, so as you just get ready to crush this statue coming at you, and you look around, you see all the other ones activating. You're all kind of like stepping backwards as they move towards you and kind of pin you towards the center. You look up, okay, and you see that there are a bunch more. There's 24 more statues all arranged in this upper balcony, right? Except that they're not moving. And they all have like books held in front of them. They all have their mouths open and look as if they're to be singing. And that all the statues here also have their mouths open. So I'm not 100% sure, but there may be like a lot of what you've experienced so far has been about control and subservience and definitely ranking of where people belong. Maybe all of this is tied to the there's also a giant organ and keys and everything up there. Maybe it's all tied together. Maybe it's all one grand joke. I mean, that kind of would fit in with everything you've experienced so far.
I think we can. I don't think we should fight here. We can solve this. Is there like on the pews? Are there any like missiles or like song sheets. You know the
Yes.
I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
Hymnals?
There
Hymnals, there you
are a couple dozen of these bound leather books that have been dyed to match amber with a big, huge, lion's head seal on the front. Absolutely.
All right, so I will just pick one up and start singing like the first hymn that comes, and it's like, it's an amber hymn, right? So it's like, wealth is great, and so are we. God blesses us who.
We were
Have
chosen,
money.
therefore our lives are good. All others are sinners. Yes, excellent. I would like you to roll performance.
Well, that sucks. I'm gonna spend my inspiration.
Fantastic.
Okay, I rolled a 15 minus 2 because you took away a charisma.
Sure. Right. One of your eyes now seeps continuously. So you're in here and you're flipping through and you're singing. And as you begin to sing, for a moment, like they slow, but then continue to move towards you.
While he's still singing?
Yes.
Start singing. Start singing.
I'll grab a
Gold is
hymn
great,
and
But
start
we're
singing.
better.
Is it your turn? Whose turn is it next? I'm sorry.
Next turn.
Oh, we're going in. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
Quaxum looks at Dirk and looks at the statues, and then waves his hand, and another Dirk starts singing in chorus.
Excellent.
Dope.
Do you sing yourself or simply just create one?
Yeah, let's do that. That'll be 3. So Quaxum will sing, and then Minor Illusion to sing.
Okay, excellent. As you all are singing, I would like insight rolls from both. No, just actually perception, insight. Either of those are good. Or not intuition, perception or insight. Either one of those.
There is no intuition. There's
Yeah, that's
I know.
why I asked
I
about
know.
insight.
Just dumb. Just plain dumb.
Who do you want to roll it?
Perception.
Okay.
You've
Both
just
of
been
you.
professionally running this game for fucking 4 years.
Yeah, 5. Sadly.
5. Oh.
Yeah.
10.
10. Okay.
And 16 perception.
Okay, so as you all begin to sing, a slight tone, a vibration seems to pick up just a little bit, and then one of the statues above you on this landing, like there's a blast of air that comes from their mouth, and this one note that seems to ring out above all the other ones, and you see the statues kind of shudder for a moment and almost stop, and then trudge through and continue at you. Who's next? Oh, no, sorry, you haven't taken action yet. You cast a spell and you talked, so you're done. So who's after you?
That would be Shiv. Shiv is
Excellent.
next.
Okay, so and they're still singing, right?
Correct. And it does seem to have slowed them down. So they are still coming towards you, but instead of like a movement of 30, they're now at about 25.
Okay. I'll grab a hymnal. What language are they in? Are they in common?
They are in whatever French would be. So yeah, like common with an accent, but yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, I'm gonna just like give it my all. I'm gonna like stand next to the 2 Dirks and the Quaximum like we're a chorus, and I'm just gonna get in there and just try to harmonize.
Excellent. I would like you to roll performance.
Okay. 4.
Okay. So you start on the wrong page. So it's now kind of like become like row your boat when you're all like, when you're all like kind of one off, right? Whatever that's
round.
right. Rounds. Thank you. Right. So it's all and that kind of like confuses a couple of them, right? But they all now are moving at full speed and are going to close on you this next round. Lockjaw.
The one that was close enough to grab a Dirk.
Yes. The
I
leading one.
charged straight through illusory Dirk
Right.
with a maul in 2 hands and just in the face.
All
Like
right.
this singing thing ain't working.
Roll to hit.
So that's going to be a 21 and a 21 for my 2 attacks
Oh dang.
because of my Thirsting Blade invocation.
Those are both very clearly going to hit. And you're using a maul, right? A blunt weapon? All right. So those are both very clearly going to hit. I would like you to roll damage for both.
These are complicated. Okay, so that's going to be a 9 and a 12.
Yeah, I'd like you to describe how you run up and cleave through both of them.
Oh.
Yeah, so basically the first one that had grabbed at Dirk had like slowed down a little bit, and then the arm kind of started coming up, and it's just straight through the arm and the leg. Just one clean swipe so that it just falls down on its side.
Yep, and shatters when it hits. They're hollow inside, and it feels like plaster as opposed to stone.
So there's like the half like glance down and what the? All right, and then just across the face of the next one.
Just dust.
Okay.
Just this cloud of dust as it crumbles in front of you, and both of them are down. So you all are singing, and Lockjaw's just like there. I don't know. It plowed through both of them.
Try to choke you. I figured this was.
And they descend on you. So I'm just going to go.
22 more to go.
Yeah, I'm just going to go around the horn here.
Balcony. They got to take the stairs or they'll shatter.
Okay, two of them are going to try and grab all of you because they're all kind of like trying to come in and grab at you with their hands now. So, Shiv, would you like to? How would you like to fight off these two? Because they're trying to grapple with you.
I'm trying to grapple. I think I would like to. I guess I'm just going to. Are we doing this in initiative order?
Yes. So I was wrong picking you first, wasn't I? Yes, I was.
Okay,
I mean, it's who
Dirk
they grab
first.
strictly
Yeah.
speaking. Like
Let's-
you are acting on the statue's turn.
Yeah, but if
They can target
only
whoever.
if they do actually grab you though. But yes, you're right. But let's do it in order. You're right. Let's start
So,
with
Dirk first.
Dirk. Do you want to fight him off?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You know my moves.
So there's going to be a 13 and a 4 that you have to beat.
I beat the 13. I rolled
Nice.
a 1 plus 7 is an 8.
Nice. Okay. So you beat both of them, correct?
No, just 1.
Oh no, you could roll individually. You don't have to keep
Oh.
the same roll for both of them. Yeah.
Okay, well then I had a 17 and I also rolled a 1, so I feel like you got me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, with the one, it's going to be whatever. But yeah. So one of them goes to grab you. You kind of duck under it, but another one is able just to slam their hand around your leg. And I would like you to roll a die 10, please.
9.
9. Okay. Your skin ripples. And like as it ripples and you kind of catch it out of the corner of your eye as it's like a patch, right, of several inches kind of rolls along your arm. It's scales, then it's flesh but not your flesh, then it's solid fur, then it's an incredible, like it just keeps changing form until it gets to your fingers, and you recognize that for the next hour you can alter yourself to look however you wish.
Wow.
And as soon as that statue does that, its face and eyes go blank and close, and it turns with its head bowed and begins to walk directly, straight to wherever it first originated.
Is it my turn?
Yes, absolutely. Well, no, they're all acting. So sorry,
Oh,
they
right,
have to.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So those were the two on you. Quaxum's next, right?
Yep.
So two of them on you. Would you like to avoid their grasp?
Oh yes.
Okay.
He looks at Dirk's rippling arm. And he's
Yes.
like, no, thank you.
No, thank you. Beat a 15 and a 10, please.
All right. Quaxum's gonna try to wriggle out of the way. That's a 12 and a 4.
Yeah.
Can Quaxum.
Yeah.
Do you think this would work if he casts the shield spell?
So it gives you a +2 AC, right?
5 plus 5.
+5 AC? I mean, yes. Yes, it'll work. Yes, it'll totally work because I told you
He will
what the numbers
definitely
are.
do that.
Yeah.
So he tries to duck out of the way from both of them, and it seems like nope, he's not quick enough, and they're gonna get their hands on him, and he just goes, "Ooh, no, thank you," and then just this rippling field of energy just sort of blooms from him and pushes them away.
Absolutely. And these things are so fragile that as they were about to grab you, this blast of energy actually shatters them and they fall to dust around you. So that is 5 out of the way. 4 dead
good.
and 1 more walking back home. So 5 of the 24 are gone.
Also
Yes.
the illusory Dirk voice that is singing is
Yes.
still singing.
As people are just like walking through it, it just continues to sing hymnals.
It just keeps going. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, I think Lockjaw's next. But Lockjaw's Shiv's next. Sorry, please.
Okay. So are they grabbing for me as
two
well?
more are going to. Sorry, this is just the round where they're grabbing up for you. So 15 and 13 to try and grab you.
So I have to oppose this, right, with athletics?
If you wish to, yes.
Or
acrobatics.
Or acrobatics. Yep. Or just strength,
Nice.
whatever you want.
I'm gonna do acrobatics. I'm gonna try to slither free with my shorn bugbear fur.
Nice.
Non-natural 20.
Perfect.
Oh, but I have to roll twice, right?
Right. Correct. Yes.
17.
Okay. You describe how you lightly dance out of the way of these grasping
love that.
hands.
I just all of a sudden go very like rubbery, and I just start kind of like moving very smoothly and very fluidly. It's not a way Shiv usually moves around, but in this case, what are you gonna do?
You kind of focus, and then you're like dodging the lasers in a,
Yes.
before you open up a safe kind of thing, like just bending at weird
Precisely.
angles, right? Excellent.
That exact vibe.
Perfect. And then Lockjaw, two of them reach for you, and you got to beat a 19 and a 17.
All
Sorry,
right,
buddy.
I had a 26 and a 14.
Oh, we got one, but
I
one of
got
them is
one,
just
yeah.
able to. So as you do a backflip off one of the pews, one of them is just able to grab your ankle, and I would like you to roll a die 10.
All right. That is a 5.
A 5. Okay, I would like you to roll once more. Give me a die 100, please.
That is a 39.
Okay, there's a sudden weight in one of your pockets. Something has appeared in one of your pockets and has given you some weight. That statue releases your ankle, blank face, turns and begins to walk towards where it came from. That's 6 down. So, top of the round, and we're back to Dirk.
I don't know. Maybe this is actually kind of cool. But I'm going to keep singing.
Okay, excellent. You can take any action whatsoever besides the action to sing.
Because the one that tried to grapple me is no longer it walked away, right?
Correct, exactly.
Can I keep walking up the aisle towards the altar?
You will invoke attacks of opportunity, but yes.
Then so then I will disengage with my action.
Okay, excellent.
While I try to keep singing, which I'm already pretty bad at.
Sure.
Yeah.
Flipping pages as you're going up.
Right.
Yeah, totally. So how far can you move that way?
It's it's half my movement speed for the disengage, right?
Right.
So 45 feet total.
45 feet. So you are basically just up upon this stone altar that is at the center of this chapel. And that stone altar has upon it a red velvet tapestry and this little gold box that has been opened and is empty inside. And then around you, there are 2 doors towards the back of the chapel that seems to lead into chambers beyond. And then to the left and right, there's also a door that leads into chambers beyond. And then behind you, there are the stairs going up. And that's what you see right now.
Can I drop some coins in that chest?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. How many coins would you like to drop into that chest?
So if I remember our conversion rate, 1 platinum is 100 gold.
Yes, because we're dumb. Yes, absolutely. Well, because I'm dumb. Yes.
So I will drop 10 platinum.
Okay. You drop 10 platinum. 10 of the statues stop. Their eyes glaze over, and they turn and begin to return to their little podium. So now you've got 6 statues left.
I mean, if I can, I'll just dump more platinum in.
I would say that was your action because you had to
Okay,
do it
yeah.
and then see what the reaction was going to be.
Yeah,
but on
yeah,
your
yeah.
next turn, you absolutely can. Do you want to say anything?
I think we just have to make a donation. Pretty standard church stuff, really.
Like every other church, exactly. All right, excellent.
That old-fashioned tithing.
Hard to ask.
So, Quaxima, what do you wish to do with this information?
The singing Dirk voice is replaced by, when Quacks waves his hands, by the sound. Was it the organ made?
Yes.
There was like
that
a
one
sound
single
about a
note.
round ago.
Yeah.
Right. That seemed to pause them for a second.
Yes. Okay.
That sound now rings out.
Excellent. What is your spell saving throw? Your generic spell saving throw.
It is a DC 16.
Okay, 3 of the 6 statues that remain, as this blast of note that matches what you heard before begins to just ring out throughout this entire chapel. And the acoustics here are great, so it bounces right back. They like kind of lean back, their necks and heads like kind of lock in, and that same note reverberates from them, and they begin to shudder and crack and crumble in front of you as they're blown away by this note. 3 left.
That spell was worth 300 gold pieces. And then Quaxum's gonna start like backing up just to get away from the other 3.
Sure.
So
Excellent.
they're taken care of.
Perfect. Lockjaw. No, sorry, Shiv.
Shiv.
I keep doing that. Sorry, Shiv.
That's okay. Shiv is gonna try to save their money and try to like hit the note that Quaximum just hit with whatever spell that was.
Roll me a performance, please.
Great. So big throat clear. Oh my god, natural 20.
This is what you roll a natural 20 for. Hang on. Fail. Succeed. And fail. So you describe how you nail this note. You hit your Eartha kit, break a wine glass note. How do you do it?
Okay, so I'm gonna stand up on a pew, and I'm gonna very performatively clear my throat and be like,
The statue's turn.
yeah, okay, and then I'm gonna do what a boxer does when they get into the ring, just like loosen up, and I'm just gonna throw my arms out and just like open my mouth and do my best to imitate what Quaximum did.
And those 2 statues turn to you, open their arms as well, and join you in song, and then crumble to dust. 1 left.
That's how you save your money, fellas.
That's how you save your money. You sing for it, absolutely. And now we're at Lockjaw.
I would like to put an entire hammer down its throat.
Okay, roll to hit, please.
This fucking Dungeons and Dragons is gonna break something. It's a 14 and a 15.
14's gonna hit. Please roll damage. Like it matters.
I roll 9 points of splat.
Okay, you just shatter this thing. It explodes into dust and plaster and pieces that go rattling along the floor. And as it shatters down, you all notice that there was this like light rumble, this light kind of note that was playing under everything. This like swallowing of noise. And then as it goes away, you hear something else. You can hear banging and clawing, and maybe the slightest voice from the corner over here. So as you first walked, hang on, I grabbed the wrong thing. As you first walked in, on your left was this area of the floor where the floorboards have been wrecked up and torn up, and there's dirt scattered everywhere. And from somewhere beneath there, you're hearing this clawing and this very faint voice.
Second maul swing into the floorboards.
Well, you're out of initiative now, but would you like to just send your maul into
That's
the
what I
floorboard? All right, roll. All right, well, you hit.
And
So
also at 20 perception, what is the voice saying? Is it saying, "I want to kill you, please let me out"?
no, the voice. Okay, at 20 perception, you're hearing, "Are you there? Please, I'm here. Can you hear me?" And then,
Oh, it might be another gold
wham!
dragon into the floor.
As this maul slams into the floor and splinters some floorboards. There's this huge cloud of dust that comes up. And you just hear a woman scream, much clearer now, so that you can all hear it.
Sorry, it's off the last thing, and I just I got into a mindset. Kind of heft them all. Looked like a nail.
As the dust clears, you're looking in through a hole. You smash through the top of some sort of box, and beneath it is a woman who is, like looking up and a little frightened, like, "Oh, Are you here to harm me?
Are you gonna harm us?
No, I would never. Please help me
Good.
out.
Then I just reach down to pull her out of the hole.
Oh, thank you. And she looks around. He's not here. Okay. Thank you. My name is Madeline Amber, and she tries to kind of like brush the dirt off
Steps
her
back,
and like
just like
she sees your face and your obvious expression. She's like, I understand. My family is insane. I assure you I am not. And that is why I was here. I just took a long sleep. I was so exhausted with our lives and this daily ritual that I slept in, and they claimed me dead. They had a funeral. I heard the whole thing. I could hear as they tossed dirt upon my coffin, and I was screaming for them that I was still alive, but that's how they treated it. I've been here since. Thank you for rescuing me.
Well, how do you feel about the goblins in the kitchen?
I'm sorry. Oh, the kitchen staff. They're lovely, as always.
They deserve a raise?
They deserve a raise.
Yeah, they should be paid, right?
Oh, payment. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I don't handle that, but sure, of course. Yes, I'm sure they do. Whatever you say, that seems right. Yes.
I turn back to the bar and just like, she seems fine.
Can I insight her
Sure. Totally.
solidarity with the working man?
Absolutely.
I have 19.
I mean, she seems a little removed, right? I mean, she's not like, they're not besties, and she's probably not fully aware of all the conditions they're under and all that, but she does seem to like them.
All right, she gets a pass.
So kind of you. Thank you. Thank you all. Oh, you're all so brave and strong and so well groomed. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. How long have you been here?
About 30 seconds.
No, I mean, I'm so sorry. I do not speak as clearly as I should. How long have you been in the castle?
How long have we been here?
4 or 5 hours?
A day?
2.5 hours?
Did you take a rest yet? A
We
full
took a long
rest?
rest.
One short rest.
One short
Yes.
rest. So it's like been 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got here this morning.
Just this morning, and you've made it this far. Oh, you must be very impressive indeed. Did you come here to rest, to rescue those who are trapped, or did you know of us?
Implying we had any intent is a bit generous.
But of course, now that we are here and we have seen the plight of everyone trapped here, yes, of course, we fully intend to release and free everyone that we can.
Then the gods
So far,
must have
we're
brought you
freeing
here.
the goblins. We're freeing Vitar.
Yes.
We're freeing you.
Do
accidentally.
not trust Yatar. He is crafty.
You're free
do
a
not-
gold dragon
I do
and
not-
perhaps a unicorn.
Oh, you met her. Yes, she
They
frightens me,
they
but
seem
she did seem
fine.
nice. Yeah.
Do we need to rescue them? Because they're doing all right.
I believe if the curse is lifted, they will be freed. That is what I've been told. But we must lift the curse. The only other way is to kill all of us.
Well,
Well,
tell us about this curse.
Wait, tell us about this other option.
Well, it's
Yeah,
rather
let's
simple.
hear
You
about
end
both
all of our
options.
lives and the curse is ended because the curse is upon all the Amber family. So were all the Ambers to die, the curse would be lifted.
And what about the Amber who died, who then the ogre became the Amber?
Yes, that was very unseemly and a cruel joke from my family. I spoke up against it before they buried me alive.
Does that count? Is that ogre an amber for the purposes of the
No.
curse? Are
No,
you-
it is a cruel joke and nothing else.
Okay,
What
okay,
about
so we
the
can make
ambers
that
who are already dead?
Well,
but
then they're dead.
To wander around as ghosts.
Life and death, we are all bound to this curse. Even in death, they are still bound to this place. But once the living Ambers are dead, they would be freed as well, as would their souls. However, there are other options than killing all of us. I very much would like to be alive.
Well, let's hear your pitch then. What's the other option?
The other option is to end the curse and end the ritual. I wish I knew more. I'm so sorry. We were placed under a curse because our family was quite cruel and quite powerful and used their wealth and their power to many dastardly ends. There were powerful people who finally had enough and cursed us and sent us traveling all of existence. I don't even know how long we've been here. It seems like forever.
Quacks and just Beauty and the Beast.
I love that book.
There are options.
We haven't met any singing furniture yet, though. I was hoping, but
I feel like that's a matter of time.
There are people behind the chapel. There are those who may have more information. Charles is there. Charles.
See the guy with the horn and the hunt?
No. Charles is the one who led my burial. He's there. He usually is in his library. He knows much.
library?
He could answer some of your questions. Perhaps you'll take them from him rather roughly. Oh, and the kobolds.
The what now?
The kobolds. You have them. Tiny lizard dragon-like things.
Yeah, they're dragon goblins.
They are dragon goblins. Oh, they're so fascinating. They are here. They wandered into our castle much probably as you did.
Huddle. How do we feel about kobolds as far as like the union goes? Like, are they
Dirty
sort of-
dog trash.
I think they're just the right size.
I feel like they're basically like, as far as people are concerned, they're goblins, and they kind of need the same sort of support that we do. I get that they're not goblins. I get that.
Kobold money spends, and Dirksy, I know where you're coming from, but
Yeah. Where does kobold money come from? It comes from filching our pockets.
Well, I mean, it usually
you're not
comes
wrong
from
there.
dragons, but
No, it goes to dragons.
a little column A, a little column B.
It's funny you mentioned dragons. I'm so sorry. I know you're having a sidebar, but I just, it's not a very, I couldn't help but hear the acoustics,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not subtle.
They were guarding something quite valuable that belonged to a dragon, and they have guarded it ever since. They've holed up in the back there. It's close to the
Like-
library.
Did it
We should
belong
go talk
to?
with them. They would probably like to know that there is a gold dragon here. Perhaps they would
we
like
could-
to meet her.
We could
Perhaps.
just hook them up.
Think of the size of the tea party.
It would be wonderful. Oh, a tea party. It's been so
Jacqueline would
long.
be pumped.
Do you have any tea?
Jacqueline does.
Oh, she does. Oh, it's been so long. I think I remember that. Again, I don't know how long I've been here.
I mean, you're done being there now.
Thank
So,
you.
Charles,
Yes.
he's in charge of the library.
Yes, my
Charles.
brother is in charge. Well, he claims it for himself because he's greedy and takes whatever he wants without thinking of anyone else. But yes, Charles is there.
He's in charge of it day and night. Yeah.
I don't know.
All
I've been some
right,
time.
doesn't really matter. Just Charles is in charge.
Stop. 100 XP. Just minus 100 XP right now. In fact, you get shot. An arrow flies out of nowhere.
You do milestones.
I know. I'm fucked either way.
What can you tell us about what he's interested in or his goals?
Well, I think he was trying to find a cure. I think he was trying to beat the curse. That's what I believe. But he had grown quite paranoid, and he believed anything was a threat. Anything had been corrupted and turned against him. He's jealous and stupid. Also, he smells.
Sounds like family. So, we go to the library, guys.
Well, first
To-
Max is going
to kill him?
Parchment,
Oh, yes, of course, paper, yes.
parchment and a quill. Just
Of course, yes, of course.
Would you mind writing down the names of all the ambers?
Fuck you. Yes, she does. Yes,
Rattle them off.
yes.
Yeah.
There's a list of names that I.
Could you cross out the ones who are dead?
Yes. Okay. Goes through. Gives you. So by the time she's done, okay.
Also, could you write their last known locations?
Oh God. Okay. So yes, there is a list of now names. She's crossed up a bunch. There's probably 12 left. You've met some of them.
Likes, dislikes, pet peeves,
There
perhaps.
are
favorite
several
food?
other Ambers, including Charles Amber, who's in the library, Simon Amber, who was in the back in the sanctum as well. He's gone quite mad. careful around him. There is Princess Catherine and the Ambers, who were presumably destroyed when the attack on their chapel began. When the attack on Castle Amber began, everyone in the throne room was blasted to bone. And there's a couple other names like Claude Amber, and some other ones. And Claude Amber apparently has she describes him as floating jellyfish, right? And he's also in the east wing. And there are others which I don't have in my notes right now, but there are more. So they're all just
refer to the parchment when we get there.
Of course, absolutely.
There's Joe Amber, the boxer one.
Roger Amber, yeah.
Roger, yeah,
yeah,
sure.
exactly. Kelly Amber, yeah, they're all there.
And then we got boxing Amber.
Her handwriting, by the way, is exquisite. Her nail beds are just caked with dirt, but her handwriting is exquisite.
Your penmanship is quite appreciated.
Thank you. Oh, you are so kind and just so cute. And she hands you the piece of paper.
For a castle, there's a dearth of culture here, unfortunately.
Yes, they are quite crude. Many of them are quite cruel too. I'm sure you've experienced that. So do take care. They are all liars and thieves. Every one.
As we head to talk to the kobolds, where do you think you will be going?
Well, I would rather just come with you. I don't want to be alone right now. I've spent a lot of time alone.
How will
You should
Charles
probably
feel about that?
I could hear you, I suppose. Okay, I'll remain here. Please don't leave me.
Well, you could always just go back and hang out with Jacqueline.
She's lovely.
I don't trust that forest. Not alone. I do like the squirrel. I'll wait right here, and I will quietly read, and I shall be calm. Thank you. And she sits on a pew and picks up a book and begins reading. So now you got 2 doors to your... Oops, I keep moving the wrong... I keep reaching for the map like it's real on on the OBS layout, but it's not. It's just an image of a map. So if you were to move north and just beyond where the altar is, there are 2 doors to the north, both in the far west and east corners.
All right. Up and at 'em.
If you plan to see my brother, I believe he's closer to the right one, but they both connect. It's the hallway that goes in the back, and the rooms are in the middle. So either one's fine. I'm sorry. I'm going back to reading. Good luck. Nice to meet you. La, la, la.
All right, let's go open this door.
All right, which one do you want to go through? West or east? Sorry, is that?
Right door.
East.
Right door. Right, gotcha. Okay. So you go through that door, and there is a hallway, much as she said. There are windows set along the back. You're at the furthest northern point of the castle at this point. You can see the green fog pressed right up against the windows. And there are 3 doors to the south. So as you go up and around, there's 3 doors south.
Want to go in that first door?
The one closest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Excellent. That's going to be 30. Let me just double check where the hell we are. All right. You open up a door, and immediately you hear, please, be quiet. That is far too loud. And there's a man who has kind of cupped his head. He's dressed in very, very fine amber robes and holds himself well. His goatee is finely trimmed. He has a book open and several others open all around him. If you must come in, but please be quiet. I'm very sensitive.
Chuck?
Chuck.
You're Chuck Amber?
I am Charles Amber.
Yeah,
Pleased to meet you. Do you have an appointment?
No appointment.
Ah. Then, now may I help you? He closes his book and places it down.
Look, we want to leave.
The castle. Oh, you're a guest. You've wandered in from your lands. How long have you been here?
A couple hours.
Oh,
3 hours.
you have time then. You have 7 days total, as I'm sure you've been told. Correct?
Yeah, we heard something to that effect.
Excellent. How may I assist you?
We've been told you are researching a way to end this curse.
I have been, yes.
We would
And?
like to offer assistance.
And what do you offer?
We do not know what is needed to end this curse, so we have many abilities.
I have ideas. I believe it's tied to our old family crypts, but unfortunately the books are just beyond my reach. Would you get them for me? I'd be happy to help you.
Are you not tall enough to reach the books?
They have jokes. Quite amusing. Yes, no, they're not in this room. And I'm unable to get to the room they're in because they are very jealously guarded by my brother. A fool and a tyrant who should not be allowed to keep such knowledge to himself.
Let me guess. This brother is the leader of the hunt.
No, he is not. That's our other brother, very wayward. He was always a little distant and spent most of his time in the woods, so this, frankly, is not surprising. But no, it would be Claude Amber that I speak of. He's in the library, the proper library, to the east. Sadly, this is just, and he gestures to, in any other setting, would be a gorgeous library, perfectly laid out, hundreds of gorgeously bound books and tables and comfortable chairs, but he's gesturing to it as if he just showed you like a shack that was dedicated to dog shit. Just little shelves, little different piles of dog shit on each of them. I'm left to deal with this.
Have all the Ambers always been quite so fecund?
You're gonna have to tell me what that means.
There's a lot of fucking Ambers. People had a lot of babies.
Oh, right. I suppose it never really was my thing, but yes, I mean, we have a large family, and that's, how you keep power, I suppose. Honestly, what does this have to do with anything? How does this help you get out?
This family tree seems quite fascinating.
Has many branches. Anything
Better than
else?
having just the one.
Okay, look, if you get the books, I can help you. If not, you're kind of wasting my time.
We heard there's another way.
And he turns, and just because his fingertips are, arched against the table next to him, and one hand goes towards his breast. Yes, there is. Is that the way you've chosen?
We're keeping our options open.
Yeah, Chucky, tell us what getting these books for you entails.
Go to the library in the East Wing, convince my brother, or take them from my brother. I'm truly fine with both. And bring them to me.
Convince, right?
Convince. Exactly. I'm glad we speak the same language.
Yeah,
Bring
me and Dirk have convinced a lot of guys over the years.
You look like very effective convincers.
Well, we hired him.
You bring me those books and I will help you solve this puzzle and we will all be free.
No. If you're going to imply union labor, you also have to pay union rates.
I have no idea what either of those things mean.
Great.
I think we should just switch them.
Let's just show him we'll give him the normal contract then, Shiv.
You just hand him a long-ass contract for your little crank printer.
Yeah.
Pamphlets and contracts, that's all it kicks out.
This is the one where, we've got a real Mark here who isn't treating us well, and we're going to exploit him.
Of course.
It's the standard contract.
So you
It's
just,
the standard contract.
he, goes over the 7th page. Look, fine, whatever. I shall sign this. There. Are you happy? Bring the books, and we have an agreement. Without that, this is just nonsense.
Look, normally we work for 5 silver per day. Now we're getting 2 gold, baby.
He goes to one of the shelves and he pulls this little chest, this little tiny chest out from the shelf and flips it open, pulls out a pouch and tosses a small velvet pouch at you, Dirk, with 50 platinum in it. There, money. Are you happy?
Yes.
Or when we walked in.
All right then.
What can you tell us about Claude and what he wants and perhaps the best way to parlay with him?
We also heard rumors of jellyfish.
Indeed.
Claude is an idealist. He believes that all the creatures that are drawn to the mansion are here for a purpose. He believes he must help them all. He has tried to convert all of us at some point. It's become quite tiresome. What?
Are we gonna wander into a flump library?
Yeah, we're definitely going to a library.
No,
What-
I didn't
what if
say
a
that.
floating
I did
giant
not
I'm
say
gonna
that.
crush
I don't think the
every
word flump
available
ever escaped my
amber.
lips. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, and you're a fuck.
There's a floating jelly library, is all he knows. He doesn't know what they're called. The fact that they even speak is preposterous. Names seem ridiculous. But yes, he cares ever so much about everything. It's exhausting. Anyway, go to him. Do your job. You've been paid. I shall see you soon.
Yes, to see this nicer library.
Listen, guys,
Sidebar.
I'm out in the hallway.
Right.
Hallway.
Right. You slam the door extra hard. Oh! He's inside.
Flip off the door. All right, listen. I'm starting to lean to smush the ambers. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, aside from the one, all of them have been terrible.
Claude seems interesting.
Yeah, so like, I'm okay with keeping our options open if we want to just keep the two decent ambers we've met so far alive. But so far, if we went back and crushed Lionhead Amber, down. If we want to fucking take out like Boxing Amber, no objections. This Amber, terrible. Hunting Amber, made friends with squirrels. Weird guy, not in favor.
Perhaps we could get the books, elicit a counteroffer, and then either way we have to go there to kill all the ambers. So small
Well,
price to pay now.
Although from a backtracking perspective, if we do run across an amber we do not like, it might be worth it to take care of them while we're there, because if it comes down to it and we need to get rid of all of them, we wouldn't need to track them down again.
Yeah.
That's smart, Quaxy.
No one
I
likes to
feel
go
like-
back through the levels again. It's the
I
worst.
feel like it's pretty easy to bait out the ambers, though. All you gotta do is like promise a meal or like a bunch of money or something.
If there was an entire table of ambers that kept eating poison, just like over and over again for eternity, they're not bright people. They make poor choices.
They
Alright,
seem to have led them all here. Yes.
Let's investigate this whole flump library.
All right. So do you want to leave this area completely? Or do you want to, because there's more places to look for here too? Or do you just want to like, fuck it, we're done here?
Well, I mean,
So the
Right,
library's
Emil?
not in this little cluster of rooms up here?
No, so the library's in the east wing. So you are in, so
We're in
the,
the center, right?
right, so the main part of this building is that forest. That's the central core. There's a west wing off it, there's an east wing off that, and then the chapel is off it to the north. So you are in this north section right now in the
Right, and we
chapel.
entered in the west wing.
You entered through the west wing, exactly. Through the far part of the, so there's a foyer basically attached to the west wing. You came up and through, went into the forest, then went north into the chapel, and now you go back down south through the forest again, and then into the east wing.
So let's keep investigating, and then we should also go talk to the kobolds before we leave.
That sounds excellent. So as you're thinking that, you can hear like a but like if it's like from 13 kobolds. And that's you can very clearly hear that.
I'm no longer pro kobold.
I was never pro kobold, and I kind of want to kill them.
Well, you can if you
Open the
wish.
next door.
Okay, excellent. Just trying to find out where. Okay, here it is. So the next door to you over, you can hear. Well, there's this center area. So there's this middle door where there's no sound coming from, and then on the far west, there's one more door, and that's clearly where the sound is coming from.
Let's open the non-kobold door.
The
I draw
non-kobold
my
door.
blade.
Okay, excellent. You draw your blade. You open a door. This room appears to be a storage area for typical religious items. An inspection reveals 4 holes in the ceiling. The holes are about a foot in diameter and stretch several feet into the ceiling and into darkness.
If I look up one of those holes, can I see anything with my dark vision?
Yes.
60 feet.
I would like you to roll perception.
13 plus 6, 19.
One hole definitely ends in a beehive, and you can see some bees in there, and they're like the size of your forearm, the giant bees. The next hole ends in some sort of velvet bag that's been wedged right up against the top. The third hole ends in like a weird waxy seal, and the fourth hole ends in like you can see a large beak kind of like slowly opening and closing, and that's all you can make out. And actually, let's use the restroom real quick and take a small break because I desperately need one, and be back in 10. Is that good?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool.
See you all in 10. Welcome back to Castle Amber, and you can't see any of us, and I don't know why, so let me fix that real quick. Shoot, why can't we see any of our cameras? That is really strange.
Looks great.
Does look good.
I actually look amazing.
It's an improvement on that Shane guy.
I can't imagine what's going on.
Does that have to do with what you did when you like got the map and stuff for us?
I didn't think it did. I mean, I honestly do not know. So I'm just gonna have to just talk for a second. I'll see what I can figure out.
Quick, vamp.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm terrible at vamping. How about the pandemic?
Great.
No.
Great. How about the
Problem is, like-
pandemic?
The problem is I started watching like Glow last week, and the last episode I watched started with the Challenger explosion.
Wow. Yes. God, that
We're
was
not
such a
doing
good
any better in
episode.
fiction.
It was
It's very it's a great show. I'm very much enjoying the show.
Yeah.
Alison Brie is wonderful.
yes.
But also, like it started, I saw where the bit was going, and I was just sitting there going, "Oh no, oh no."
Such a good show.
Oh God, I remember that.
Yeah,
that
it was
episode.
excellent.
And
I'm a
also,
scuff-
I also remember the Challenger exploding.
Yeah, I remember both of those things. I'm gonna have to redo all the cameras, guys. I'm so very,
Oh,
very
no.
sorry. But just keep vamping, and we'll
happens,
figure
man.
it out. Yeah.
I'm sorry for anyone watching that they have to deal with our vamping.
Sorry about
Alright.
this, guys.
How about that Challenger explosion?
This is like the Challenger explosion of streams.
Stop.
Huh.
Oh my
Shane.
God.
Doesn't matter to me. I'm Canadian. This wasn't my fucking problem.
No, it was
We
not.
don't have
We would've
nearly
just
enough
got-
elementary school children watching.
Yeah, I know, right? Seriously.
I did you guys watch it live? Did you all watch the whole
Yeah,
thing
we were-
happen live?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
the worst. It was the worst.
There was
I
like
am
the thing is
technically
there
a
was
high
a
school
teacher.
teacher.
Yeah, there was
You
a
are.
teacher
Yeah, there was
on
a teacher.
on board. That's why they made such a. It was like their way
Right.
of like getting back to like getting people interested in NASA. There was a whole publicity push behind it. Everyone was watching. Yeah.
Did you ever? I read recently that apparently this was like widely known, but I didn't know that like there was a scientist who warned.
Tried
that, like,
so hard to stop
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Oh,
There's a
that actually
great documentary
was,
on them.
Yeah, so that's actually still like a business school management case study.
Really?
Um,
Oh really?
Like, so typically it gets done as like a series of decisions that you make as a group,
Right.
And it's like usually in a different context, right? It's like a race car team or something like that, right? And it's about trying to use information, and decision making, right? And so like the end of it is like always, it's set up in a way that like there's a huge sunk cost, so you go forward with whatever the decision is,
Yep.
and then at the end of it, it's like cool, you just launched the Challenger,
Right.
Like, this is
Right.
that's how this ends.
That's
right?
fucking devastating, dude.
And it's
That's the thing, like-
specifically it's because the O-rings that they were using
Mhm.
were like tested in high temperature but not low temperature.
Yep. And the guy
um,
knew. The guy knew it was going to happen.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And they had super strong evidence that it would be at like, it was, I don't know, like an 80% fail rate, right? So it's just too high of a chance. But
Man.
That's the thing. The people in charge never fucking listen.
No.
Like anyone who's ever coded knows like you've worked on something and then someone goes like, "Can't you just make it do this?" And you're like, "No, I can't."
I got to
And then
say
they come
that's
back the
exactly how
next day and they're
newsroom
like,
works
"Why
too,
are you
guys.
still working on this?"
Yeah. Newsroom works the same way. They don't listen. They just don't listen,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, pandemic response works the same way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure does. You'd think
No one
maybe this
called
one
any of
thing.
this.
Also, I do. Can I tell you how bad I still feel that I put you guys into a game where the entire point of the game was you're trapped inside a deadly mist and you can't get out? Like I probably should have thought about that just
That's
slightly
all right.
more.
We got our revenge because you put us into this game, told us we'd be playing it for 4 sessions, and here we are on session 5 and
I
like
know.
3.
And you're clearly not done. Yeah, I
Fuck
did
you
not really.
guys. We're
I
not-
I didn't
We're
really
not
count that
going
well.
anywhere.
But you guys can bail on me at any time you want because there is a plague, and I totally understand that you all have lives. You know what I mean?
No, we
No, it's
don't. a
good because
plague.
this is the plague that we have agency over, so we can like
Right.
kill all the embers and stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
because apparently
Right.
the solution to this plague is to like murder all the members of an aristocratic family.
Right. Wouldn't that be
Like,
great?
I mean, that might be the solution to the real life plague.
It
But
doesn't sound totally wrong to me.
Can't we
God,
just
if
assume
only
it
one
is?
of the major problems in your pandemic was like a very, very rich family that just did
Right.
opulent, stupid bullshit like having gold toilets or something.
Right.
Or like buying a casino and a steak brand and failing at both of those things.
Can't
could just
really
solve
specific
most
examples,
of the
but I cannot
problems.
imagine who you're talking about.
I don't know. I would not, as a person, advocate for killing another person.
Of course
but
not.
Also, there is an individual with like a $10 million bounty on their head, and also if you kill them, they make your country a better place.
And I'm on a watch list twice.
Yeah, I would just like to state my name, social security number, and remind the government listening to this that I did not espouse that view.
Yep. I
And
can
that
do
I would
that.
not wish that upon the
you
United
think
States
there's-
of America or any representative of our government.
Excellent.
I'm a
Do you think there's a
Canadian and
whole-
I hate your shit.
There's a whole NSA department that's just devoted to reviewing actual plays.
No kidding.
That can't be true.
I mean, it could be true.
It could be. It could be
This is
true.
the job I want. I am
They're
dressed
fine.
for the job I want.
Right? And then like every problematic one, you're like, oh yeah, they're flagged. They're gonna kill someone.
Yeah.
Probably Pence. Yeah, we better get rid of them. I think
You
I
gotta find
fixed.
subversives
Gonna kill
everywhere.
Pence. Pence wandered through a fucking hospital without a mask on after being told to put a mask on.
Yeah,
Pence
after
already-
and he also touched the NASA equipment despite the fact that there was a sign. I think he's just an asshole who doesn't like to be told what to do. That's kind of my read on him.
Checks
Like
out.
you tell him what to do, and he's like, "No, I know better than you, and I'm just gonna do it." You know, who knows? Anyways, this
I mean,
is
he likes
not.
being told what to do by the church.
Only God
yeah,
can judge him.
That's right. That's right. God didn't build this satellite. Touch. All right, so we're now back in Castle Amber. Welcome, welcome everyone to Castle Amber. And we just walked into a room where there was a bunch of holes in the ceiling that were dark, but you could clearly see through them because apparently in Second E, dark vision didn't exist, so that was a problem. But here, it's easily conquered. Do you need me to read to you what's in there again?
So there's one of them is
There's
bees.
a beak.
One of them's
One of them is
bees,
a beak.
probably bad. One of them's a beak, probably bad. One's
One
a
of them
velvet
is a
batch.
sack.
Yeah, of like a velvet sack pressed up against the ceiling, and one is a wax seal that seems to like start midway through where the hole would be. While you're looking at that, Lockjaw, you suddenly
Yes.
realize there's a weight in your pocket.
Oh yeah, there's a golem thing that happened.
Right, exactly. Something
I
fell
reach
into your
my
pocket. And I would like you to roll a D100, please.
The rock being there required a D100. What the fuck is going on here? 83.
It wasn't a rock. Wait, was it a rock?
I don't fucking know.
Well, we're just going to roll again. It was a thing. So 83. Okay,
83.
so
39 was the initial roll for what it's worth.
you pull out a potion. There is a clear glass vial, little stopper, perfect little round part towards the bottom. Very typical potion bottle. And inside
An
it,
Erlenmeyer flask.
I'm sorry?
It's an Erlenmeyer flask, isn't it?
I don't know what that is, but sure.
That's what that is. That's what that kind of bottle is.
It is an Erlenmeyer flask, sure. So there is this Erlenmeyer flask with a swirling tempest of liquid inside it that seems to beat against the very glass as you hold it.
It waxed. Didn't you get your degree in this shit?
Essentially, I would say perhaps don't open it. When we have a bit of time to sit, I will examine it more closely.
You're right. Right now we should worry about jumping into holes in the ceiling, right?
Perhaps we should ignore the holes and keep moving.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we just focus on killing some kobolds.
All
No,
right.
there's a sack in one of them, isn't there? Like
There
velvet
is a
pouches
velvet
only
sack
have
in one
good
of them.
things.
Yes, velvet pouches only have good things. That is a D&D law.
Yes, and they're never attached to levers that
Never.
release everything else in the other holes.
Never at all.
If tell me you're on my side.
Let me tell you the 3 worst words we could hear right now. Release the bees.
I'm not going
Yes.
after the bees. I'm going after the velvet thing.
You're not intentionally going after the bees.
No one intentionally goes after bees. Dylan.
How
Well, I
large
mean,
are the bees?
Winnie the Pooh.
Large,
did,
like,
that
so
you
about,
could
like,
get a smack
For
roll with their
you,
honeys.
probably your entire arm. For Dirk, probably more of his forearm.
I can speak to the bees.
It's true, you can speak to the bees. You can hear them quite clearly.
Hello, my friends. Hello.
And 2 of them kind of claw their way out and look at you. Was that you?
Greetings. We do not want to disturb you. We just wanted to make sure we were doing nothing to bother you in any way. But it seems that there's a beak, there's some wax, perhaps yours, and there's a bag.
They kind of look at each other and look back at you. Beak kills. Beak kills. But you want our honey. They all want our honey. Everyone wants our honey. They want our honey, right? They want our honey.
No. I make my own honey. I do not need any of yours.
Make your own honey, then. A fellow honey maker. What is it that you need?
Just looking for some information about the other holes. Perhaps you know.
Beak is death. Beak is death. Don't go in that hole. Beak is death. Beak eats you. Beak is death.
Wait, what's he saying?
Don't go in the hole with the beak because it'll kill you. Because it's a bug and it kills them. Beak hole's death.
I see.
Yes.
Beak equals death. Okay,
Yes.
Okay. What about the bag?
We don't know.
And the wax?
Water. Much water behind that hole. Do not touch that wax or you will break the seal. We have spent many months building that wax seal.
Well, we very much appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You've done an excellent job. It seems like a very secure seal.
Excellent. Anything else? We're very busy. Busy like bees.
No, please.
No,
Back to your work.
We vanish back into the hole.
Quacks explains.
Imagine watching this whole thing. Work fine, guys.
A great deal of water that seems maybe should be left alone, and a beak that eats bees. I'm unsure if this is a problem. They know nothing about the bag, of course.
Then let's get the bag. Shiv, give me a boost. I'll get the bag if Quacks isn't doing it.
I've never bullshitted this much in a game.
Don't you have Mage Hand?
You do.
Do I?
Yes, of course you do.
I don't know what spells
You
I
have to.
though.
God, this game was written when like you had magic missile and that's it. Try and deal with a bag with magic missile.
I think Quacks is always like, don't you have Mage Hand?
Yes, I do have Mage Hand.
All right, so would you like to mage hand this bag out of the hole?
Mage Hand the bag out
Sure,
of the
you
hole.
have to tug on it a couple of times, right? But eventually it comes free, and it's covered in like grime, and it looks wet. But there is a
Prestidigitation, fuck off.
It looks great. It's a brand new bag. You like this bag. You've had a bag like
It's a
this
good
before.
bag.
Yes, it's a very good bag. And inside this great bag is 100 gold. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I lied to you. It
single
is
platinum.
a castle. It's a bag with a castle amber chest. And inside the sack are 7 beautifully carved jade chess pieces. So gorgeously done. Like clearly a master craftsman built these.
7?
7.
What kind of cruel person put only 7 chess pieces in a bag?
How many of them are pawns?
2. 2 of them are pawns.
Okay, so what 5 chess pieces do I have?
The other 5, right?
Okay, you've got 2 white chess pieces that are pawns. So there's 2 white pawns. There's 1 black pawn. So there's 3 pawns, right? Then there's
Okay,
a
so you're
black
a
knight.
warrior is what we're getting.
Okay, and there's a black rook, and there's a white queen.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need 1 more, and there's a white bishop.
Good. That was important information for me.
Did anyone write that down?
Absolutely.
Better fucking
not. I
have.
don't give
You
a
made
shit.
me say it. Oh, good. Fucking hate when you're asked for details as a DM and they all just blankly look at you. Write the fuck down if you're going to make me come up with it.
We're gonna post a podcast.
So those pieces are there, and they are really nice. Like this is something where
Keep
if
track
you
of that for me.
if you came across one of these at like an antiques sale, those of you who are aware, and most of you are, you'd be like, wait a minute, someone doesn't know what they have here, and you'd probably pick that up.
Reader,
Yep.
you've just cursed us. Now we have 7 out of the requisite 32 pieces, and we're going to wander around this for eternity searching for the other 25.
No,
Yeah,
we're gonna
thanks.
wander around this place until we squish all of the ambers.
You
Then
really
we're
want
gonna
to kill
leave,
the
and we're gonna
Empress.
be like, dang, guess we just gotta commission someone with our panel, please. Just the digital readout.
Oh, vroom. Of course. It appears.
Like fucking 60,000 gold.
As you hold these 7 chess pieces in your hand, your total goes up 700 gold.
Yeah, but those don't count because I can't use that money to buy the rest of the chess pieces.
Does money only count if it can buy more chess pieces?
Well, yeah, because the
Valid
problem with
question.
having these 7 chess pieces
Still
is
counts as
that
money.
we need to get the other chess pieces now.
Well, need is an interesting word here. Like,
No, need
why?
is the exact word.
Why do you need to get them?
Because if we don't, we can't play chess, and
That's
I have to
true.
play Dirk now.
There's been other chessboards you've seen, by the way. There are other chessboards you've seen already. They've all been complete, and they haven't been this nice. But there's more. If you really want to play chess, you can just go play chess with the Rakshasa if you want to.
We're gonna abandon the entire quest and just focus on putting
find
together a
the
chess.
I'm sitting here for 2 hours. Roll intelligence. Okay, roll intelligence. So, anything else you want to do in this room?
Pocketing the chess pieces.
Pocketing the chess pieces. All right. And the screen goes away. Go into the hallway. There's one more door. The chanting seems even louder now. Oki, 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 you are so cold. Your light brings us so much coldness. We feel like you're near. We wish you were here. We'll guard you forever. That's what you're hearing.
Love that.
They're saying key?
Key. They did say key. They certainly said key.
Let's get this key.
Draw my blade.
I knock.
You knock?
Yeah.
Doom, doom, doom. And everyone goes, "Phew," quiet. And one single voice, hello? Hello?
Hey.
We've got a lot of sticks in here.
Okay.
So
Closer to the door, I can't hear you.
don't come. And there's like some shuffling, a couple chairs moving, and I said we've
I
got.
smashed the door.
Okay, I'd like you to roll initiative.
20.
20, and you guys are going to get. You guys have surprise. I'm going to assume, so you're all going to go first anyway. But you got a 20.
I can count
Dirk
this.
at the top.
Nice.
All right, who's got the next highest after 20?
Well, I actually got a 23.
Oh, I got a 22
Oh, dang.
with my kobolds. So they're going to be surprised this round, but they're still very aware. Probably the only way they lived this long.
14.
Okay. Nope. And I am last. All right, that's Shiv up first.
Okay. So when you do throw this door open, what you see in front of you is it's just filled with kobolds. There's basically 13 chairs, each with one's empty now because it got near the door, but there's 13 chairs, most with a kobold in them, and they're all kind of turned towards the center. They're all wearing robes that are far too large for them, clearly made for human people. And they're on these chairs and facing towards the center where there's a desk, and just above the desk hangs a key that slowly drips water, and it seems to be formed of ice and is tied to the ceiling via a rope. And they all seem to be chanting towards it or praying towards it. And as you come in, one of the kobolds had stepped forward and just put 2 fingers on the key, and as he did, it refroze and became more solid and more key-like, right?
Okay.
And then was going to take his seat again when you kick the door open and do whatever you do.
Ideally, splatted the kobold who is in front of the door.
Yeah, I'm going to say let me do a little deck save. That failed, so that kobold got cracked by that door, flung against the wall, and is out cold.
Perfect. Well, my work here is done. Carry on, team.
Is there another kobold within melee range of me?
The other kobolds are about 20 feet away.
Okay, well,
That can be within melee range.
yeah.
I'm sorry, they're faced, so that half circle faces this way, and you came in through the top. So yeah, there's actually one right there.
Oh,
This
sweet.
just kind of turned to look at you. Right.
Okay, I'm gonna unsheath Justin.
Ugh. Jeez, everything is worse. You take me to every worse place. First it was the Force, now lizard people. Lizard people. That's
Justin,
where
we
I'm
don't-
at.
Justin, we don't talk that way about other creatures. This is your opportunity. This is the big show, and I want you to act like it.
Fine. Ready.
Okay, so I Okay, I want to understand all the different things I can do here. So
Sure.
I have assassinate, so I can take advantage because they haven't on a creature that hasn't.
You
gone
got
in
that.
combat yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
these if we were playing 3.5, they are flat-footed.
And then the other thing is, as a bugbear, once per combat, if you surprise a wait, oh no, but this isn't surprised. You said we're aware.
You are aware they're surprised.
They're surprised. Okay.
Yes.
If you surprise a creature and hit it with an attack on your first turn in combat, the attack deals an extra 2d6.
That's absolutely going to happen. This
Okay.
poor thing. This poor
all right.
fucking thing.
So me and Justin are gonna go for it. Let's say 29 to hit. And then, yeah, so 29 to hit.
God. Okay. So,
That
how much
wasn't a
damage
crit?
do you want to do? Is what I'm asking. It doesn't really matter. So, what do you want to just like cave this thing's head through its toes? Do you want to like what do you want to do to this thing?
I wanna get Justin on my side. And so I want to try to intuit what Justin would like to do here because I want him to stop whining.
Okay, so Justin, when he's not complaining, he likes cruelty. So were you to thrust this sword into this creature's belly, cut up through its neck, and slice its head in two, so it kind of peels apart in that way where the camera can zoom in? I like that. That's my favorite shot in every action movie. Please do that.
Okay, Justin, you're up.
Okay. And that happens. And
I do that?
And everyone just freezes. All the kobolds freeze. Assumedly, you guys freeze as well. It's pretty awful. And they all like, oh, they're here to kill us all. They're here to steal it. Oh. And they just like, and then their hands all kind of go up like this, and they begin to cover in frost as they look at all of you. Please, we're not bothering you. We're just here. Why? Why? Brother Malcolm. Who wants to go? Who's next?
Next up would be the kobolds if they got attacked, but now it's Dirk.
Okay.
Do what you must.
The last thing they said was why?
Yes.
Because might makes right. And I'm gonna cleave one in twain.
Oh my God. Okay. So it's like as the cameras saw the sword go in, as Justin cuts up to this kobold and it folds in half. There's one more kobold right behind it. You know. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be bad for them.
Yeah.
16 versus AC.
Yeah. That's gonna do it. Yeah.
And then because this is their surprise, so my bugbear thing hits as well, which is an extra 2d6 damage.
Jeez. Yes.
Just for the record, I double checked. Florence Flask is the one with the round body, unless the neck is very short, in which case it's a round bottom flask.
Great.
Doesn't count
Still-
if you had to check.
God.
It's 14 damage from the dirk.
Describe the murder.
So the one who asked why
Yes.
is gonna. I mean, his face is permanently left in
Jesus.
an image of Y, as his head is removed from his body.
Wow, with a knife. A
Yeah, I
fucking
mean,
knife.
I like a Dirk's dirk is like short sword size,
Right, for
Like,
kobolds, certainly. Yeah, right. Yeah, the
So,
head
and
just
he-
pops.
He doesn't. He's not like Shiv in that he doesn't use like finesse.
No.
He just muscles through it, right?
Jesus.
So,
Yeah. Well, dead. Very dead. It is. Two are dead. One's unconscious. The other ones are scrambling back toward. They're trying to get away from you, but they're also huddling near the desk. They seem willing to put themselves between the desk and you. And
the
above
desk is where the key is, right?
above the desk hangs the key. Exactly. Please, we're supposed to protect these things. We've done so well for so long. Why? Why would
Why
you
are you
do this?
protecting the key?
And they frown for a second. They look up at the key. They're, oh, yes, we are protecting the key. The key is very valuable. It is the only way to get into the East Wing. That is absolutely, definitely the only thing we are protecting in this room. Right? Right? Yes, the key. Oh, the glorious key. Oh, key. Yes. But you can't afford.
I rolled a 13 for my insight. Do I know they're obviously lying?
Yes, you
Okay.
do. Yes, they're very full of bullshit. Oh, it's such a power. Oh, we'll get it for you. And one runs up and, oh, here, oh, brave warrior, begins kissing your feet. Please do take this key that you have so rightfully earned. Yes. Aren't they brave? Oh, they're so brave. Oh, we've never seen such bravery. The key is yours, the only key like it to ever exist.
Dirk will not be stopping the slaughter. It's up to
Oh,
y'all.
no. Okay, do you want to continue? Because I'll just say you murder them. If you want to murder all of them, we don't have to roll with you. Will just
I mean, Quacks is next, so he'll
Yeah.
actually sort of grimace at like the bloodshed and be like, "This seems unnecessary." He'll point his like walking stick at the ice key
yes.
and just like melt it with fire.
Okay.
I was gonna get us in.
Wait, I thought we needed that key.
Okay. So
Like they were lying about there not being anything else valuable, but that doesn't mean the key doesn't
So
work.
literally, as his kobold is groveling to Dirk, right? A bolt of fire just goes over his hands, and water just splashes on top of his head, and he scampers backwards like, "Oh, you've destroyed the only thing of value in this room."
Why don't you level with us, or you've seen what my compatriots will do. You haven't yet seen what my partner can do. I've given you a bit of a taste of what I can do, but I don't see a need for all of you to die terribly.
We do not wish to.
It'll be
die.
really bad. The idea of using sound to vibrate your skeletons outside of your body, it's occurred to me.
Oh, you are true monsters.
We are gathering people together to get out of here.
You just want to help us. You can come.
Does
and we can
out
just
mean
Wait
death?
a
Like,
minute,
is this a
hold on.
euphemism? Because out seems to be pretty much killing us so far. Like, is
Look.
that the idea? We'd say no if that was it. If we have a voice, no, we vote no.
No. Out is like leaving. Like we can introduce you to a dragon that's in here right now, and we can just keep
dragon?
you hooked up with her. Yeah, we. Got
Oh, we
a
know of that dragon, but no, we serve. No, we serve no one and have nothing to guard from them,
No,
and
you
therefore.
clearly you're very bad at this.
Oh, we are. They all just start weeping. Why are we so awful? They're like rolling on the ground. We've tried so hard, but we fail all the time. How can we
I
be
made them cry.
better?
Can you take care of this? Because I'm really clearly doing a bad job.
No. Why? Why?
I only know two things: crying and grimacing.
You know, it is very stressful, I'm sure, to be trapped here. Why don't you tell us everything?
Oh, and they always go, of course, and they go into this long ass story about how they used to serve this older white dragon, very cruel, but also so lazy. And recently she had an egg, and so they were charged with guarding it. That's why they can all cast a cantrip that's basically just frost, right? So they keep the egg cold at all times, and they watch over the egg, and they were in charge of moving it through their caverns. But then this green smoke began to billow in from all sides, and they ran to the surface. Many of them were killed, and when they got to the surface, they found themselves in the foyer, the east foyer of Castle Amber. They managed to get back here. They holed up here. They lost many of their number, and they've just spent their days, one, keeping the egg cold, and as they move, you can see under the desk is a very large, very white egg, and also keeping this key formed, because as they came in through the west, through the east wing, they made a key to that door to go back into the east wing that you have now melted, that they were keeping up for like 30 years. But, good on you. So
Takes
that's
this
where you
fucking
are.
egg 30 years to hatch.
All right, which one of
She
you
does
heroes
seem to have
wants
slowed.
survive?
We all want to survive. All of us, and all the hands go up. Like, yes, we did. And like two hands go up, another one pulls a hand down. We all would like to survive equally, Raja. Equally, yes.
All right, Roger, you're my guy.
All right.
Make me a new key and you live.
He kind of looks back. We have to get to the lock. That's how we made it last time. We formed the key in the lock and then pulled it out. That's ice.
So
And then
if you
had
just
it.
come with us, then you just put water, make it ice, and then turn the key.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Totally.
Hold up. Like they're guarding an egg. I'm not saying that white dragons aren't usually shitty. No offense. But like
We're
it's
not
a
a dragon.
it's an egg.
and it's pulsing. Like as you kind of get near it, right, you can feel it pulsing with cold, like as if on beat with a heartbeat.
You know, there is beggars can't be choosers. There is one dragon who could potentially raise this egg.
We got a potential mom, and she would be probably pretty cool, no pun intended, with you guys like hanging out.
Why are we solving this problem?
Because I don't want to squish an egg, and I don't want to raise a dragon. That seems.
Who cares? We could just leave.
You started killing people.
That's because they had to
Kobolds.
die.
No one
Also,
killed any
not
people.
And like as you're
I hate all of you.
Dirk, as you're saying that, other kobolds are now like cleaning your boots to get the guts of their friends like off of your boots. Like look, sometimes these things just happen. They just happen sometimes. It's completely understandable. But I'm glad we're all on the same page now.
Dirk,
See, he gets it.
that's what people say about us.
Yeah, well, they're wrong about us.
Okay, look, we're not killing any more kobolds. I'm drawing a line
Hey!
there.
They all just, yay! We're not going to die.
I don't care. We aren't solving their problems either. Let's just get out of here.
So we can
Who
keep the
cares
egg,
about this egg?
and we're
Who
fine.
cares about them?
Oh,
You can keep the egg. We want to know how to get in the West Wing. You know how to get in the West Wing?
you got to make a key that you melted. You melted our key, yeah. But otherwise, that would work great.
Okay, can you make a new key?
If I'm at the lock, I feel like we covered this.
We will take
You're not that
one of you
smart.
to the lock.
Yeah?
Shut up.
Oh.
We'll take one of you to the lock, not you. I swear to fuck, I will kill you
Well,
twice.
he picked me.
Shut up.
I was
I
picked
chose him.
already.
Roger,
Fine. What do you want?
I want a different kobold.
How
You
about
come to the
me?
lock.
How about me?
Are you Roger?
No, it's a different kobold. It's not like Roger like changed personnel, like turned around and adjusted his hair and then how about me? No, it's a different. It's a different one. How about
yeah,
me?
yeah, you're fine. Whatever. Shut up.
Thank you. My name is Susan.
Okay, Sue.
Thank you.
Sue is okay?
Nah.
Okay, whatever. Look. We need to get to this key.
I can make you a key, but I have to be at the
Cool.
door. I'm not sure if
Yes,
you heard
no,
the
we
other
got
two
that
times, but if we
bit.
get
We
to the
got-
door, I can make the lock in the.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
I heard.
Great, excellent. I can do that.
Okay, next one who interrupts me dies. Am I clear on that one? Good. So, we will take one of you to the key, or to the lock, where you will make a key. Yes, Susan, you.
Mm-hmm.
And we will drop the rest of you off with a gold dragon, who will probably be cool
No,
about
we
the
just
egg.
leave them here. Who cares? Why are we adding things to the list?
Because quite frankly, I don't feel like these creatures are qualified to raise a baby dragon, and I would feel really bad if this fucking dragon just had to show up to a bunch of kobolds.
And Jacqueline, I think, will appreciate it.
Yeah, Jacqueline seems
Who
pretty.
cares?
As you say
Jacqueline's
that,
a-
you hear a crack, and you can see a splintering right down the center of the egg,
no.
and
Oh, no,
cold
don't let
begins
it
to
be
emanate
first, don't
into
let
the
it be
room.
first, don't let
Does anyone have mending?
Lockjaw,
holding.
I would like you to roll perception.
Hmm?
I would like you to roll perception, please.
Oh, no. Oh, good. That's great. What's an 8 plus? What are my skills? I don't know anything about my character off the top of my head. Oh, good. Nothing. 8.
All right. So as you describe this and walking backwards and saying how you have to be decent and try and maybe make the slightest change towards good in this place, the egg splits open. The dragon baby flops out of it and kind of just right at your legs. Its little tail wraps around you. It grabs onto you and looks up at you like, "Ma!" and then just snuggles its little mouth against your legs and clearly has chosen and imprinted on you immediately. And we're going to hold right there. Thank you all
Amazing.
for joining us for Castle Amber and our new mother Lockjaw. Oh, yay!
Happens in
Congratulations!
the world.
Never
Fantastic.
understood comeuppance in church.
And
I don't understand it.
let's go around and say who we are and who we've been playing and how you can see more of us. And we'll start with Shiv.
Hi, I am Sally. You can find me on Twitter at SallyT, rage tweeting about various things. And I'm also the co-host of a podcast called The Struggle Bus, which comes out every other week, and it's an advice show.
Excellent. And let's go over to Dirk. Please tell us about you.
I'm Shane. You can find me on Twitter at Mundangerous, or you can find me on the Total Party Thrill podcast, or you can find me here playing Dirk, the apparently only murderous one left because everybody had a face turn over the past week.
They've all gone fucking soft. You're the
I'm
only
on board
original
for
one.
killing Ambers. Hold on.
Let's go down to.
Jesus.
Oh, sorry. And we got where you from. So let's go down to Quaximum.
Hey, I'm Ishan. You can find me on Twitter at EvilSansCarne, and you can find me also at TotalPartyThrill.com. New episodes every Thursday.
Excellent. Thank you. And last but not least, Lockjaw.
I'm Dylan, and you can find me on Twitter at DJ Malenfant. And this is my cat.
Let's see the kitty.
Her
Oh,
name is Annie, and she's adorable, and she
Annie.
hates being held.
Oh, Annie, that's
I
okay.
believe
Good
she's an
job. Call him,
associate
Annie.
professor. Is she an associate professor at McGill University?
Well, I'm not advertising for anyone in McGill. Fuck
Excellent.
Quebec.
Well,
Oh,
thank you,
nice.
Annie. We are so thrilled you were on the stream. Tell Annie she has advantage for the next game. And thank
you
you
got
all
advantage
for
for the
joining
next
us. It really is a highlight of my week. Trapped in these four walls like everyone else is. I love you all, and we'll see you next week for a bunch of, more bullshit. See you then.